destruction, but with the flag of peace and love. So, not only India, the world can be raised only with peace and love, not with the flag of destruction. Today, if you just look at our world, there are some nations which are bracing for war. War is savagery. War is barbarism at its best. There's nothing like just war. All wars are unjust. They are a proof and sign that we have not become civilized as yet. We act civilized. We think we are civilized. But war is a proof and sign that the humanity has not become civilized as yet. So, India has a great role to play in the years to come if we really understand our own civilization. We have produced Buddha, we have produced Mahatma Gandhi, an apostle of peace. Okay, Mahatma Gandhi said that non-violence cannot be the weapon of the weak. Only a strong man can practice non-violence. It requires great strength. We have fought many wars in the last 70, 80 years. Second World War, Korean War, Vietnam War, Cambodia War, Iran-Iraq War, civil wars, so many. They're all a proof that we have not become civilized yet. So there should be some effort to integrate the whole world into one family. We have this Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam idea. The world is one family. Humanity is one family. One earth, one humanity. So these geographical borders, these distinctions, linguistic distinctions, cultural distinctions, racial distinctions, they're all actually superficial. But at the base, we are all human beings. We are all one species. Yes or no? We are all one species. We shouldn't forget that. Sometimes your nationality, your race, your religion, your creed, that becomes so important. You think actually you are a completely different entity. I am a completely different entity from you. Okay? Then animosity builds up. Because you have a different identity, I have a different identity. It could be cultural identity, religious identity, linguistic identity, national identity. So you are separate, I am separate. You forget that you are a human being, I am a human being. And then actually we'll brace for wars. Already there is a war happening, you know. The war happening on one part of the country, world. And now actually this geopolitical situation is fast changing. We don't know in which direction it will go. Jesus said in the Bible, "The blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God." Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called sons of God. Only they can be called children or sons of God who promote peace, who aspire for peace, who make their best to promote peace in the world. Otherwise, with the kind of technology that we have, with the kind of weapons that we have built, okay, war means it's total destruction. There is no animal on this planet Earth actually which works against its own interest, which goes for self-destruction. But human being is capable of doing that. We have proved in between. సృష్టిలో ఏ జీవి కూడా తన స్పీసీస్ అది నాశనం చేసుకోదు. Maybe some of the species will destroy it. But human being, because there is no superior species than us, okay, we are capable. God has created in such a way. So these identities we take it so seriously. So it's very important. Don't think actually, if you talk the language of peace, some of the people, they don't relish it. They think, no, only through violence we can achieve. We have to do this, that. Okay, all this kind of stuff that's going on. Mahatma Gandhi again and again said that why he chose that non-violence as the means for achieving freedom struggle. He insisted that through violence we may achieve in a quick span of time the freedom struggle. But afterwards, what happens? The negative energy that you have released in the process, where you will put it, how you will channel it, not possible. It will have to be expressed in some other way. So India alone has the capacity. India alone has the moral sanction in the sense that India alone has been practicing this kind of peace over the centuries because we have never crossed our borders, we have never annexed another country, we have never plundered another race, like so many others have done it. Vivekananda also was very proud of that. In the Chicago Parliament of Religions, also he says the same thing, that no other race has actually contributed towards the peace and progress of human civilization as my race has done it. So I'm proud of ourselves. He trumpeted about the peacemaking race India has always been. So of course, even today also, our Prime Minister and the people at the higher echelons talk the same language. After taking inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi, Martin Luther King Jr., and Nelson Mandela in their own areas, they had actually led those political movements in a peaceful way, where they understood the importance of peace. Ultimately, when you're struggling for your political rights or some other rights, basically you're doing it for yourself. Human life is so precious. If you want to achieve something through violence, through the destruction of life, the very purpose is defeated, right? Everything only when there is life, you need other things like political rights, civil rights, these rights and that. And life itself is destroyed. What is the use and what is the meaning of other rights? Hmm? So some say that it's all today's, if you modern geopolitical situation, if you just see, there are some nations which are ruled by autocrats, some nations which are ruled by communists. There are some nations which are ruled by democratic processes. So there is no one perfect form of political governance. Democracy has its defects. We need to understand, right? Just as autocracy, just as monarchy, just as oligarchy, every system has its defect. There is nothing like perfect system in the world. When we understand this, when we will have humility. Otherwise, when you say that I'm a democratic country, democracy is the highest form of governance, then we will try to push it on everybody else. Maybe in those societies and those countries and those civilizations, they're not prepared for democracy as yet. So they will decide for themselves. Now, but when you try to push something, okay, aggressively, thinking that this is the superior most, then there will be resistance from the local forces. Then there is a scope for this friction, and ultimately it may lead to war. And also sometimes we tend to become hegemonical because you are a superior military power, superior economic power. Because I have more military with me, I have more economic power with me, I will bulldoze my way. It's not going to happen like that. Today, that is not the way. Only when you have genuine love and genuine feeling, when you promote that brotherliness, that fraternal feeling between nations, then you will be considered a big brother. You will be respected as a nation. No, but I am a military mind. I have the greatest military in the world. We spend this much on defense budget. So we will be able to conquer any country. No, no, no. Today, if the war comes, there is nothing like victor and vanquished. ఒకళ్ళు ఓడిపోతారు ఇంకోటి గెలుస్తారని ఏం లేదు, అందరూ ఓడిపోయేవాళ్ళే. ఓకే, everybody is going to lose. There's nothing like victor and vanquished. Everybody will be vanished. Okay, that is the kind of weapons that we have built. Nuclear arsenals, they have come. There is no small country and big country will win. If the small country goes for nuclear arsenals, both will get destroyed. Everybody will get destroyed. So in this country only, we always say, Sarve bhavantu sukinaha, Sarve santu niramaya, Sarve bhadrani pashyantu, Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhaved. May peace prevail in the world. This kind of prayer has been going on in this civilization for centuries, and we must intensify that prayer. Okay? Thank you. Have a nice day.